1, it's great to be back. 2, let's see if we can do better than last year. What's up guys, and welcome to the brand new season of the AFC Wimbledon Return to Glory, where today we are going into season number 5 and hopefully the season we get into the playoffs or even straight promotion to the Premiership. We have today for you a game against Sheffield United in the Championship, and also we're going to go over the transfers. But before we go and do that, go and check out my Spreadshirt store with my JNO United T-shirt, where it's all about the game. Pick yourself up a T-shirt and wear it this summer. So guys, let's get straight into it, and I've got some explaining to do. We have some things to go over. So if we go to the transfers and go into the transfer history, yeah, that's right, one player. So mainly we're going to be going over players that have left, and as you can see there's one major player who's left here, and that's Pierce Sweeney. Pierce Sweeney played really well for us, was a great player, very professional, one of our leading players and a great centre-back for us. Unfortunately he wanted to move on and he had a release clause in his contract, which meant when Sheffield United came in, who we are playing today, there was nothing I could do to stop him. It's a shame, and it means we're going to struggle as far as defensive coverage goes, but Pierce Sweeney moved on for, in total, 550k. Now we bought him for 500k, so I guess that's a little small profit, but we'd have liked to have kept him for another season. The only other player we sold for any money was Andy Collette. Now we brought him in, and maybe we should have kept him instead of some of the other players because we've had a hard Brexit, so it's going to be hard to get in foreigners from this point onwards. But we got rid of him because he just wasn't playing enough games for us and he was complaining about it. So when the offer came in of 245k, we accepted because we knew he'd be really annoyed if we didn't accept that offer. Other than that, Peter Whittingham has retired as well. We released loads of players on free transfers, and the one player we did bring in was on a free transfer, and that was Jonathan Walters. Now Jonathan Walters is a professional, veteran winger who can play all across the midfield and even up front, although his finishing's only at 10 and composure's at 12. But those mental stats are amazing and he can do a job for us in the Championship. Now the reason we didn't actually do any more is because if you look, our wage budget and transfer budget are pretty much non-existent. Current spending is 145k, committed spending 144k, and our wage budget is 150, with no transfer budget to even speak of, and it was originally set at 32.79k. But it meant we were over on our wage budget, so we didn't have any money to spend. Even with all the Championship money, we just had no money to spend, which is really annoying. However, the club have upgraded the stadium capacity to 20,000 from 11,000, so the money's gone towards something good. I was quite happy to have a very restricted summer if we get that capacity up and can start filling out a 20,000 capacity stadium. Okay, so we're going into a game against Sheffield United here today. It's an away game, our first game of the season, and we have played this side 5 times with 2 games won, 2 games lost and a draw. So this is a very tight fixture to start our season off with, and they like to play a 4-4-1-1 by the looks of it. No major standout players there apart from Sweeney, who we want to kind of show he made the wrong decision in leaving our club. Now unfortunately we're going into the season with some key injuries. Paul Coots and Jordan Spence are both injured going into this game. So the lineup is starting like this. We've got Ravaglia in goal. We've got Corey Whelan coming up into the first team this season, with Beadling and Grimshaw dropping back into defence. We have Shaw on the left with Jake Leach as the ball-winning midfielder. Kennedy and Petresso taking back their wide midfield roles, with Walters playing the box-to-box midfielder. Stulak playing the shadow striker, coming back from loan from Parma in the Serie B, and Laura Della Valle up top. Palombi also has a knock, which is why I'm not risking him. So it's not the strongest side we've ever gone into a game with, but hopefully it's a side that can pick up a result here in this one. Okay, so we're going to tell them all it's about the supporters here today. Go out and give the fans their money worth, and we're going to passionately tell them we know they can go out there and make a difference. Let's have a good season this time, as we had an end to last season, and then who knows what could happen. We're also going to drop this to counter just because I feel like we need to play it safe at the beginning of this match. It's exciting times here at AFC Wimbledon, and now 20 capacity stadium, a very good end to the last season. The personnel hasn't changed that much, so hopefully we can still play the kind of football we were playing near the end of last season. Pick up enough victories, maybe just to get a playoff place. The media prediction is actually fight against relegation, so anything above that again is a plus. But I feel like I've got more faith in this team to not be too close to that relegation area this season, as Petresso runs forward and takes a shot from just outside the box. It looked like he picked up a knock as well, which is not very good considering we've got a lot of players on either knocks or injuries. As Petresso, with a great header, bullet header, into the top left corner, 1-0, great start to the season, 10 minutes in. Kennedy picks up the ball back on the left after he crossed it in initially. Crosses it back in, Petresso gets there first, bang, straight past Alnwick, and we are 1-0 up in this game. This is brilliant football so far. And just in case you guys are wondering, there will be a new series. You may have seen me tweet about it. I did record with JNO FM recently as Sheffield United come forward here, which isn't looking good. Chill out, Fleck. Sweeney there, great, playing it back to us. Unfortunately, our header clear doesn't find the loose man, but Leach wins it. Della Valle, Stulak now has the ball. Back to Della Valle, through to Petresso. Petresso, can he find a man in the box? Put in a decent cross. Headed in. Oh, it's hit the post. Walters just missing. But like I said, I've recorded with JNO. It's going to be a new series, and hopefully I'm going to get a bunch of the other FM YouTuber guys on it. Hopefully it should be really good and entertaining for you guys. So I'm looking forward to that. So stay tuned to the channel. Damn it. Long. Is that Shane Long? No, it's Kevin Long. Kevin Long has scored. It's now 1-1. I did not see that coming, especially with us just hitting the post from a header. So that is really disappointing. Back to 1-1. It looks like most likely we're going to go in at half time at 1 apiece. I mean, this isn't too bad a result if this is how it ends. But ideally, I want to be picking up a win at the start of the season. Okay, we're going to do the usual. We've got faith. Passionately tell them to fight for their right to partay. 6.5s, quite a few there. Tom Beeling, Grimshaw, Fraser Shaw, and Leo Stulak, with Petresso carrying a knock and Walters on a yellow. I'm not too sure about Beeling and Grimshaw as a defensive partnership, purely because their determination is shocking. Both of them below 10. A lot of my team have good determination, but unfortunately Pierce Sweeney was the one that had the determination out of the two centre-backs last season. Part of me is thinking about selling Kennedy just so I can strengthen my defence. I mean, I've got Walters now who can pound the wing, as Petresso plays it to Kennedy. Kennedy that scored there, he'd have shut me up, but Mason is now counter-attacking here. Can we get back? Can someone get a tackle in? Okay, that's not really what I wanted, Grimshaw. Grimshaw has been very prone to fouling. 1 in the box and 2 to getting yellows or red cards. I may need to... It's just a yellow. Alright, it's his first yellow. But conceding a penalty right here, right now, is not what the doctor ordered. Who's taking it? Is it Kevin Long? Potentially going for a second? No, it's Blackman. Blackman takes a shot. Ravaglia, if you had dived instead of walk over, what was he doing? I think if he was going that way, Ravaglia had decided to go that way. Look, kind of does a shuffle over and then dives. Football Manager goalkeeping graphics at its finest. Alright, so we paused the game. We're going to go... I feel like something's touching my neck. So we paused the game, So we paused the game and we're going to have a quick team talk with the lads. Tell them to show some passion. And then as soon as we can, we're going to make some substitutions. It looks like it could be a bit of disheartening start to the season. Okay, what injury has he got? Potential knee injury. He's my best player on the pitch, but I can't risk it. I'm going to swap him over with Kennedy, and then Ian Wood can come and play on the right. No, then we'll swap him with Walters, and then who can play in the middle? Matt Grimes. And then 6.1. Grimshaw, you're coming off before you make another mistake. The Jafet Tanganga, I think You guys can correct me. You know I'm rubbish with names. Those two are coming on. Hopefully they can assert themselves in this game. But I have a feeling maybe I'll go control as well. You know what? Just play for the 3 points. It's the first game of the season. Walters with a good win of possession there. Walters running forward. Now play it. Oh dear. Walters. You are meant to have a lot better decision making than that. Oh, Stulak. Wow, what did their player do? Stulak couldn't finish it, unfortunately, but their player just gifted us a chance. Stulak should have finished that. Grimes now with the ball into the box. Have we headed it over? We have headed it over. Alright, we're going to make another substitution with 10 minutes left. I feel like change Stulak for Gosling. See if Gosling can do anything. And then another team talk. We're just going to tell him to go for it, push forward. 10 minutes, boys, to grab a point from this game. Beadling plays it out wide to Shaw. Shaw forward to Kennedy. Kennedy coming inside. Kennedy with space to run into. I'd have preferred for you to look for the pass there, Kennedy. That shot was very, very ambitious. Okay, Ravaglia plays it out wide to Shaw. It's been 16 shots for 16. On target, we are actually more efficient with our shots on target. Clear-cut chances and half chances. Equal on clear-cut, but we've dominated half chances. Less long shots. But it looks like we're going to come out of this with a defeat. Unless Kennedy can make something happen here. He was the hero last year. Can he be the hero this year? Again, Kennedy. I'm sure whoever I put on the right, Walters, was there for you to pass to. He's got visions of grandeur from his season last year. He thinks he's unstoppable. Looks like we're going to, unfortunately, start off season number 5, which I had such high hopes for, with a defeat. 2-1 to Sheffield United. It was an away game. Sheffield United aren't pushovers to say the least, but we beat them last year in the FA Cup. I expected better. Hopefully this doesn't mean this is the way this season is going to go, because I had high hopes for a playoff place this season. But defeat in the first game of the season to Sheffield United, I'm not too disappointed because of the way the stats have played out. So hopefully this is just a blip in the road to success. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in as always to the channel. If you've enjoyed the episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button to help me out. Also check out my Patreon page if you want to support the channel and support the growth. I've been JNO, you guys have been awesome, and remember, it's all about the game.